We're here. We're starting. Start that intro. Woo.
Why? Why is it like this? The haters should be loved, we invited. You don't agree, then you're the problem that we're fighting. Open up your mind, stand up, become righteous. Why? Why is it like this? Instead of haters should be loved, we invited. You don't agree, then you're the problem that we're fighting. Open up your mind, stand up, become righteous.
No, it's not. Sick in the mix, man. Is my mic on? And it wasn't.
Is it on now?
It's definitely on now. Why do we do that every time?
Set ourselves up.
I shouldn't even say we. It's all me. It's
No, I do exactly the same. It's like, I'll kind of take the mickey out of something, like be sarcastic, and then the universe will immediately slap me in the face and give me that like humbling moment where I'm like, okay.
You believe in karma? You do now.
I don't really believe in the karmic cycles anyways.
Oh my God. I do it all the time. Anytime. This is why I don't I very rarely push myself out of my very still persona. Because whenever I do find myself getting too silly, it's the worst thing happens. For example, I told you about this a few weeks ago. I was driving back from my mum's house and I thought, so as I left, I rang my partner, seeing if he was at home, saying do you want some food picking up or anything? But he didn't answer. So I continue on to my drive, get onto a motorway, and I think I can see his van coming up in front of me. And I start racing ahead, being like, it is him, it is him.
Getting excited.
Yeah, literally, I'm recognizing this, the number plate, it's definitely him. So I was just I'm going to speed past him, he's well slow. He's just trotting along. And I go around the side of him, I'm literally next to him, waving, as I carry on, I'm speeding. He doesn't even try and get past me, and I was just did him there. Just I'm hilarious. I'm the girlfriend that's a better driver than him. That's just how I saw it at that moment. And my phone starts ringing, and I was like, yeah, here we go. I went, how's that? How was that? I just overtook you. And he goes, what? And did you not just see me drive past you? He says, where are you? I said, I'm on the A6 going back to Loughborough. And he says, no, I'm in the middle of Leicester. 30 minutes away.
Smart car as well, flying past that. What was that guy thinking?
I missed out on that detail. Yeah, I have a smart car. If anyone doesn't know what car I drive, oh my word.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Because if some guy is out there, I want to hear. Let's find him.
We ever really confused one day while out driving your van, and a black little smart car just raced past you with a crazed woman making
Waving.
faces at you.
On if you get beeped in the street, do you wave? Or if they're waving and you have no idea who it is, do you wave anyway, or do you just ignore them?
If someone's waving straight at me, and I think it catches me off. I'm every time. That's for me.
See, I'm not. I'm a stare. I don't know who that is.
It's so inviting. Let's see that face again.
I'm not going to look at myself.
She's honestly a very happy, bubbly person, but if you see her driving, apparently, don't beep.
My glasses on. I mean, even if I have no idea who it is. I'm concentrating and staring. I don't want to be, because when we were younger, there was this bit of a craze where you'd beep and wave at people that you didn't know just to get them to wave.
I know what you mean.
And that has stuck with me, to the point where I will not wave unless I absolutely recognise the car and know, oh yeah, it's so-and-so, and then I'll wave.
If I knew people did that as an actual hobby, I would be way less inclined. But something in my brain, I don't know, maybe it's narcissism, although we did the test and it probably isn't. Maybe it's just I don't know, really wanting attention. Hey, someone can. Oh no. And yeah, then when you realise it's not for you, oh my God.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that with me, that fear of looking like a prat. Even though I act all the time like a prat in terms of other people judge it as that, and I seem to have no care in the world.
Well, as soon as I found out that wasn't Nick in his van, I was like, the fastest I'd ever driven off from anything.
Yeah, Casey caught you.
So embarrassing. I was like, I need to like go a different way home in case I just.
I always remember that, going back to the beeping and waving thing. My dad beeping us in the nook, me and Lou, and Lou waving, and my dad rang me and he said, tell Lou she didn't even look before her hand was in the air waving. She she didn't even care who it was, kind of thing. So that as well, where it's like, you've got to know who it is, surely.
Really, well, sometimes you just have to have a woo, and a honking horn makes you go woo. You're in a good mood. It's like, yeah, whoever that is.
That's a better thing, actually. Next time I hear a honking horn, regardless of if they're waving at me or not, I'll just do like a crazy dance. That's the cue.
Imagine you blocking an ambulance. And they're like, boom, and you're like, whoop.
Yeah, time. Yeah, like, where is it even coming from? Then you look round and it's full of traffic jam. Like.
Just angry people and dying citizens in an ambulance. Like, what's happening?
There are too many angry people on the road at the minute. It's definitely on my mind.
I agree. I don't know if it's the weather, the dark nights, and people just like, there's loads of roadworks that they've decided to have happen right now.
Yeah, that's obviously making people angry. But I've noticed it for a couple of months, but it's only just got to boiling point in my head where I'm like, I need to make a video about this.
That's the problem doing this, isn't it? It's like, I feel a certain way. I need to make content on this. I have to tell the world. I understand why people can like social justice warriors, because it's just like, I have power here.
Yes.
My 50 views, although 200 views. Thanks for the views on the last episode. Sorry, I got.
It's a form of expression. I've always used my writing an article as a way of expressing myself.
Definitely. There's music artists that's
poetry.
Yes.
We were literally talking about poetry earlier. There's a poetry competition. Should I enter it?
Yes. Should we have our own poetry session, our own poetry competition? Let's see. I don't know. Do you want to write us one for next week and see? Because some people might not know how to vote. I feel like you should definitely be putting your poetry out there.
One of the things that I liked to do or have done is challenge myself that I can write a poem about anything. Like I love writing poems.
Okay, get it in the chat now. We'll pick something. Mm-hmm. What should she write a poem about? And don't make it easy. This girl writes poems now. She teaches English.
Because I will not be able to.
Yeah, don't make it too like harsh of a subject either. We don't want no like harsh politics.
Well,
maybe like
it might be something I completely don't understand, and you'll get the most random poem back in my.
That's what I mean. Like, don't be talking about some like post-Civil War treaty that was signed. Like, it's not going to help.
Hey, some of my students are really their special interest is war, so I'll be like, right, hit me.
Very interesting.
Yeah, like tell me quite a lot of them. War, the Vikings.
Something I want your students to do, and actually I can share it with the audience. Maybe there's some people that can help me here. Okay, I need some lyrics annotating. Is that the word where you like
make notes above the?
Yes. Yeah. So there's a song that has been made by someone from the H3 crew, and the joke in the song is just that it's so Zoomer that it's like you don't understand it if you're anything older. If you're a boomer, like, it really makes you feel like a boomer. It's horrible. I know a few words in it, but I want you to take it to your class and just be like, even if it's a starter, like.
Oh, no, this sounds wicked. Yeah, definitely. Absolutely. What, is in there kind of translate it into old people language so that I understand it as a fogger?
Just tell me, what are they saying?
Wicked.
What any of these references meaning?
Yeah, no, that's absolutely wicked. I'll definitely do that.
So
sure.
It's called Grimace Shake in Fortnite. Let me get this.
But
React cam on.
The great thing is I'll just watch this part back in class. Like, right, this is what we're doing. Steph has set you a challenge.
Okay, class. Thanks for watching the podcast. Love your support. This is a song called Grimace Shake in Fortnite now, and it's written by Sam Temple. It's just a cute little thing, and she released it on TikTok. You might have actually already heard it. I know what a grimace shake is, and I know what Fortnite is.
I know what fort meat.
Lying. You're lying.
Is.
Trying to fit in with the kids. Oh, how embarrassing.
What? No, yeah.
I know Fort Meat, yeah. Play it all the time. Completed it, mate.
I clearly still play fort meat.
She's got that, yeah, she's got the fastest speed running Fort Meat. That's what's happened. So, anyway, past your very good gaming skills. Yeah, last night we let the Rizzler talk. Don't know what you're saying. Even Livy Dunn was getting rizzed up by Baby Gronk. These are all references that I know that you kids understand. Yet, I'm almost certain it's like a damn when you see like someone with a big, nice bum, apparently. I know Ohio is a place, but I'm assuming that that is not what is being referenced to here. Skibbity sounds fun. Want to know what it is?
This is literally like
Gibberish.
going through it and a bit like I'm not sure what this is. I know it's a place, but I'm assuming it doesn't.
Just the way that it's used, I'm going to assume we're not just referencing the state, or maybe we are. This is what I mean. Maybe I'm so like it is that obvious. And I know who Kai Sennett is, and I know who I Show Speed are. Fantastic young men, very well influential in the gaming streaming sphere. Hitting the griddy. Now I know what that is. That is a dance move.
Can you do this dance move?
Yeah, you kind of like.
Hit yourself in the gritty.
Wait, I need to show someone doing this because I honestly was making sense. Hitting the gritty. Right, okay.
I'm learning so much. It's in and out. I am learning.
You don't want to battle? You don't want to battle? Let me see you hit it. You don't want to battle? You want to battle me? You want to battle me? How'd it go? Come on, dog. What's it called? What's the dance called?
The
Y'all
gritty.
support.
It's called the gritty.
The what?
The gritty.
The gritty. Do the gritty. Do the gritty. Now. Look at this, look at this, look. Oh, got it. No, Keisha, no.
No, stop.
Little two-step by the looks of it. Nowhere near as cool as Steph's idea.
Again, most of this stuff is. Maybe it's just something from Fortnite. It's all this stuff from Fortnite.
Oh, yeah, that would definitely be a Fortnite little dance. Maybe. Actually, don't give them clues at this point. I'm giving out a printed sheet
Oh, okay. Okay, nice. Yeah. So,
and highlighter pens.
guys, I'm
And the kids
asking.
they're all looking at me like chatting away still to me, not looking at the work, not caring about the work, just chatting to me.
There's a reason I need this translated as well, because the second I start not understanding stuff, the second I feel old, and I don't like that. I need to know all this stuff. That's why I'm constantly on YouTube. I realize I'm 31 years old, and I shouldn't be watching half the stuff that I do, but I just need to know. I need to be up to date with stuff that's not useful.
I am
Maybe.
closer to, I'm closer to 41 than you are to my age. I won't panic.
No, and I understand that I'm not the oldest. I'm probably the youngest, honestly, in the entire world. That's how young I am. I understand that. I'm quite happy with that. But I like to remain in that state of mind because the second I feel like I'm older,
So
I get unhappy.
do you know, I accepted a long time ago that I'm definitely old, and there's nothing I can do about it, but that is from working with young people. There's nothing going to make you feel older quicker than working with youngsters that are naturally cool, naturally flawless, naturally just, going with the flow or whatever. And then there you are like, oh, I love reading. Kids, why don't you go for a walk in the mornings? It'll get your chemicals going. And they're just like, Lindsay, you're so not cool.
You're not. Well, I mean, that was poorly done. God,
It's
I was about to
fine.
say, no, you're not uncool, but then you said about that. Oh my God, I'm moving on because we've got so many. DJ Smokey's back. Yo, age is just a number. We missed you, dude.
These chats.
The chat is popping up. Hey, Anna, I remember getting beeped at once because they thought I was you.
So, Anna, we used to live next door to each other, and I've always had coloured hair, and so's Anna. And for a long time, Anna's like my height, but she's 10 years younger, so I didn't mind when people were beeping at Anna and thinking it was me. I was like, she'll be more offended of that than the other way round.
No, that's so funny. I'd love to be mixed up by either of you. Jade, sweetheart. I'm waving at you both. I'm waving straight back. My God, yes, Lindsay, you are an extremely talented you are an extremely talented writer. I think you should write about eyes or eye. Yes, I love that.
Yeah,
That is a great entry.
So for those that missed the start, I'm going to write a poem for next week on any subject that you choose, because that's the challenge. So challenge me with your topics and subjects for poems, and I will hit you with a poem. So eyes or an eye at the minute is one of the suggestions.
I love that.
I love that.
That's the winning one so far.
I don't want my brain to start getting distracted now, else that'll be the end of the chat.
She's thinking about eyes. Oh, come back. Jade, I completely agree with you. I love the community that's going on, agreeing with each other. Oi, define old people language. Old people language is just, it's when my mum says snog.
Snog. I've just thought of a brilliant old person thing, and I say it all the time to like me and my fella, like, you know, we'll use certain language just to wind each other up or to have a laugh, and I love the one dishy. Oh, it's so dishy.
Oh, dishy. That's hilarious and kind of gross.
That is
God,
gross. I love that.
There's one that my mum used to say for like, again, it's another one for snogging, and it's horrible. At least I think it's that. It's real old, and I don't know if it's specifically Scottish just because of her, but winching.
Winching.
Were you winching?
Ugh, I've never heard that.
It doesn't even remotely sound.
Do you know what I do love though?
Oh, people are weird.
Stepping out and courting.
Ooh, I like courting.
Yeah, and
I don't fully understand.
That was when you were first dating.
Ooh, going steady. See, I always thought going steady. Apparently, it's not. It's going steady, but it's how Americans pronounce steady. Well, it's how they pronounce steady. Sounds like study.
Yeah, no,
I thought it meant like studying, like working out. What are we? You know. My God, let's move away. So strange. But yeah, define old people. I have to say, Jade, not you. 100%.
I certainly
not you.
Yeah.
You are one of the youngest souls, youngest women I've ever met. So you do not define old people for sure.
I certainly don't think that. Yeah, we should be saying old people like that, but old people language exists for sure.
You feel old now, I feel decrepit. No way. You need a few more of those ice baths.
I don't feel old. That's the thing. It's like I say to the kids, you know, don't grow up, it's just a trap. And sometimes when I'm in my more positive light, I'm saying adult life is actually quite fun, because if you want to go and buy ice cream and eat it at like midnight, you can. If you want to have a 3 a.m. shower, you can. So, but adult life is also what you make it if you've got those tools. Hence all of this and the teaching, and, you know, it's like adult life can be brilliant. I mean, it can be stressful, and that's why we're trying to prepare you.
That's like, you've just tied it in perfectly with today's episode. There's like being able to play, being able to relax, being able to bring these elements of childhood into your adult life so that you can fulfill, you know, when we were a kid, we were like, I can't wait till I can grow up so I can do X, Y, Z. And you kind of forget all those ideas. You know, like, I can go to Mackey's at 2 a.m. if I want. You know, that's a child's idea of fun. When you get older, you might be like, why would I want to do that? But, you know, go do that.
Yeah. Well,
see what joy it brings. It might be nothing. You'd be like, that was for nothing. But there is something to be said about a childlike mind and releasing of stress, not holding on to the stress that, you know, you never see a kid like, oh, I mean, they don't have bills anyway, but if they do.
To be honest, I mean, I do see my kids stressed, and well,
that's a ridiculous example. I don't know.
But
you don't see kids stressed.
But no, but The whole thing is, my kids are stressed because they're not going outdoors and playing. Instead, they're
Okay, so it does fit. I didn't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's the thing. The reason kids are stressed is because we've reduced that self-expression across the board. It's
100%.
Yeah, and I'm so excited about talking about this because I had this idea. So years ago, me and one of the schools that I was working with, so there was me and like 8 members of staff and like 20 odd kids, all went and stayed in this big house, and it was wicked. It was so much fun because you do feel like a family working with these kids. You love them. Like, you're not meant to, but you could. What are you gonna do? Like, be a robot? And and it's like this big family, and it got me thinking where I've not got kids, so I don't want to do that for my fun, as it were. But as an adult, I'd love to go and stay in a big house. But they've got like play equipment and stuff. So it was like I wanted to do this ADHD friendly retreat where you've got a massive ball pit and you've got, because monkey bars, that is so good for your senses, like feeding into those senses, push pull, like rough and tumble, pressure. But when you're not playing anymore, you're not doing those things, and it's like that movement is so good for you.
100%. Yeah,
all of the trauma that we've got trapped up inside our bodies,
just shake it off.
Every
animals,
day.
They all shake it off.
But every day we should be as part of our practice. But we're too busy, or even I was talking to my mum about this recently. The invention of the TV wasn't that long ago. But look at how life has changed. Before then,
100%.
You'd be playing card games, you'd be reading, you'd be drawing, you'd be like learning a musical instrument. You certainly wouldn't be sat in a line staring at a box. That's the thing.
100%. This, there's a lot of benefits that have obviously gained from children being on technology, because the future is technology and they're understanding it, grasping this stuff that, our parents are struggling to get at 60, because it wasn't part of their world.
I'm just reading. Well, I was laughing at the bonking word that Jade had put in there, thinking about that. DJ Smokey's just saying about when he was a kid, he used to want to have a pet spider monkey, then grew up and found out that it's illegal. I love that little dream. And I mean, it's a shame it found out it's illegal, but you can still have the cool pets, can't you? Sometimes I say to my kids at school, why don't we do a lesson on how to look after a pet? Because they all want to grow up and have a dog or lizards or fish. It's a massive responsibility. The reason I haven't got a pet is because I may as well have a kid if I have a pet. So, the same reason I don't want a kid, I don't want a pet. But that's a really cute little dream. And also, whilst we just nipped back to the childhood thing, I'm really looking forward to what you're going to share.
I find it, yeah.
When we went through lockdown, I cleared out all under my bed and all that, and I went through my memory box, and I'd kept a lot of extracts from diaries and stuff that I'd kept as kids. And one of the things I'd done was written little notes to myself, but it was like, to future me, have you got a massive house and a rich husband by now? Like these dreams and visions for myself, like expectations, and reading it back was almost a bit heartbreaking. Like, I'm sorry, kid, I've not got a big house, I've not got a rich husband, I've not got any of those things that you expected or dreamt for yourself. Like, I wanted to be a pole dancing rap star. Like, I wanted to be infamous. I mean, that tells you something about like my character in my teens.
Oh, that's so sweet.
But the point is, I had those dreams, and although they've changed, I'd like to think that I've kept having dreams, and I think that's something that's kept me young. But I keep thinking things will be possible, and keep making them possible, and that.
It's almost like that Peter Pan.
Oh, I definitely feel like I've got that Peter Pan syndrome.
I'm just coughing. 1 second.
Do you want me to get a drink?
I'm gonna go get a drink. I'll be back.
Yeah, so one of the little activities that I've been doing in class, and you guys can do at home, I hope we've had a light go out, is Steph's moved and her little spotlight's gone out as well. It's like it was in timing. But yeah, one of the activities that you can do is write a little letter to yourself for in 6 months' time, in a year's time, in 5 years' time, whatever you want the time frame to be. And just talk to yourself, like put down what you hope for yourself, what you think you're going to have achieved in that time. And and then open it if you remember. The cool thing is if you forget and then you find it in a drawer years down the line. But when you're reading it, it really becomes apparent how the changes that have taken place in your mind, if that makes sense. So I've done it and read back when I was a child, and it made me laugh. But I also do it now. I will, like, every 6 months or so. In fact, I've even got my diary here. Every 6 months or so, I'll write a list of things that I'm trying to achieve, what it is that I'm doing. And then when I go through it, I tick off all the ones that I've done and update it and, you know, make it relevant. And it's a way of being in communication with my past self and my future self. And it keeps me really accountable. She's back. The light's still off. So yeah, let me know if you do that. Write yourself a little letter, set it aside for 6 months, a year, and you'll really see those changes in your mind. When you read it back, you'll think, oh, bless that person. I'm not that person anymore.
I really like that advice. I was listening to you.
Oops, I've just knocked my mic. I'm just trying to read the chat. It's popping off and I'm like trying to see it through the bright lights. Adult life is about learning to be more childlike and, more importantly, not to fear masking who you are. I mean, I so relate to that. I've been having a chat on Instagram with Equinox Learning this week about how some of the things that I just took for granted as knowledge as a child, I then forgot all about as I got older because I learned what the world really was, etc. I say that in quotations. Because then now I'm coming back to that initial knowledge that as a child I was born with, like innate wisdom type thing. So I do think, yeah, getting older is about getting in touch with the inner child.
I love that.
And Kat, yeah, she's I've heard that you've been poorly actually. Yeah, poorly household. Yeah, I bet, mate. Sending
bless you, Kat,
to you. And yeah, I'll be in touch very soon.
Nothing good about being ill. I've not been too good myself. It's and I can't, like I say all the time, I can't imagine doing this with like a whole household full of illness with me as well. Yeah. Just like one after another, and then the next one and it's just
you won't be able to be ill and look after you. You have to like constantly look after.
Exactly. So shout out Catherine, because I'm sure Catherine. I always say that just because it's in there. Shout out Catherine, because I'm sure you've barely had any time to take for yourself, and yeah, shout out. Yeah, prayers for that. Peace and love.
Lots of light to you right now.
You know, I've been thinking to myself how it's got to be possible to own a spider monkey somehow. I know it's silly, but I've been thinking about your thing, and you're right. You should be able to have that dream. But maybe there's different countries that you could live in,
or maybe
that makes it possible. Maybe there's a certain license.
I know what it is. Yeah, it might be that you have to be a zoo or something like that. Or yeah. So
do you want any more animals?
So when we start up our neurodivergent hub and we have like one whole kind of place that people can come, we'll have like an animal corner where we'll get all the animals that people want, and you can come and. That could be yours. You can sponsor it. You could come and live with it.
I'd love that. It could be like when I was younger, my mum used to take me to this place, and it was called the Funny Farm. And I think it was just a place that, like, I don't know, you could go to, leave your kids while you went and did stuff. And it was like, there was.
Taking me to the Funny Farm, as in like,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't have the best memories. It's like they had their own swimming pool, they had goats, they had everything. It should have been amazing, but somehow I just remember it being. But it isn't the actual like I know a lot of people say the Funny Farm as in like a mental institute.
That's what my dad used to take me.
I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't far off of that. I remember like people would be like, I love that place, and I'd be like, I stay there regularly overnight, and I'm not too sure why. That's deeper about my life. Like, is she okay? This is why I'm not okay. Oh, DJ Smokey, another dream. Let's see if we can make this work.
Yeah, the slide in the house and then the ball pit. I can't remember if I wanted a swimming pool or a ball pit, like the slide going into.
The ball pit is way more doable, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
What, a swimming pool in your living room? Or just
a slide
I see what you mean.
Down into the
going into the swimming pool, to be fair. Both.
But I've seen a really cool thing where someone had done, you know, in the stairwell, the wall can be really, really tall because it's going up the stairwell, they'd put like climbing equipment so that the kids could like use it as a climbing wall.
That's cool.
I was like, that is awesome.
I'm all for letting kids play and climb about.
I'm genuinely tempted in the bus to have my pole all the way through the 2 floors. With, it was my granddad that was like, "Are you going to have the pole? Are you going to have it all the way through with the holes that you can like?" I was like, I think he likes the idea of it being like a fireman's pole. Like, Granddad, that's a great idea.
That's what he's thought that it is this whole time.
Yeah, I'm here to rescue you.
Right. Let's get into it, I suppose. So yeah, our childlike need for fun. I realise we're kind of...
Don't let me forget to do a prize draw at the end of this episode.
Prize draw at the end. For our new, different resolution.
Forgot to bring to announce again. We've not actually tell how it's here, but we'll talk about it later.
I know then. Sorry, I've lost my thing anyway.
Getting outside.
Getting outside, indeed. So this this started because I've got a load of files transferring now. I got it late. There was a load of traffic.
Oh, horrendous.
Okay, so this time of year is the best time to go and walk in nature, right? We all agree.
The colours are just beautiful.
Yes. All right. Okay. I agree for myself that I love this weather. Like the coldness on my cheeks, like being able to walk far. You're not too hot. You're not too sweaty. You can kind of bundle up. The colours are beautiful. There's so many textures. And as adults, what do we do to go out? We go for a walk. We walk our dogs. Maybe you play a sport that entails like being out in the wilderness. Other than that, what do we do?
Unless, some of my friends go to boot camp on a Saturday morning, so they're outdoors doing that.
Again, yeah, and I'll consider that like a sport, like a hobby. Yeah. Maybe you're out doing things and it brings you out there. But when you're a kid and you're given like outdoors, there is no plan. It's like, what's under this rock? What's here? And you form games yourself. You go through all these different, there's a sense of play that you get, and it's not out of like, trying to win anything, or there'd be a score-based system, or it's just fun,
or even that skill of occupying yourself. Because I've got memories of my dad when I got a little bit older, and I got a Game Boy, almost kind of pushing us outside the back door and shutting it and being like, you're out.
Go find something to do.
Yeah, and you'd rummage through the shed for hours. Like, I don't know, you would just find curiosity in things. Like,
you'd find it, and we lose that as adults because we're able to, we've gone to work and we've bought money. We've bought money. We've bought stuff with the money that we've earned, and we don't have time for this free stuff, which is ridiculous because it's free, and we're always complaining that stuff's too expensive.
And it goes back to what you're saying as well. The TV hasn't been around for that long, but it controls so many households.
It sounds strange to play as an adult. It must feel like kind of like, well, how do you, what am I going to do? Like a tag? And it's not. It's just about letting go of that adult-like feel of like, okay, well, what do I do here? Do I get down? Just let it go. Just do it. So I learned about this originally at university. And I remember going on this trip and thinking, why are we playing in the woods today? This is ridiculous. Like, I'm here to get a degree. Like, it's feeling a bit like Mickey Mouse right now. Let's get an actual degree. And we got there, and it was wet. It was autumn, and it's best at this time because you don't want to be taking new stuff off of newly grown trees or whatever. The colours are beautiful, all the textures or whatever. It's a really good time of year to do it. And I was cold. I was miserable. I was just not enjoying life. And I was sent off into a group to go and do stuff, and I just begrudgingly was like, oh, I'll clear a bit of the debris off the floor. Just like I was moving it with my foot to start with, just like pushing some of the leaves out of the way. And then I was like, this is taking forever. And we were in a group, and someone had asked me to like clear quite a big space. So I got down on like low, put my hands on this log that was like on its side, and just thought if I just push that, it will clear a load of it. And as I started to push, it glided so smoothly. It was like ice, and it kind of like went so fast that it made me laugh. It made me like, I was just like, and it was so fun.
Yeah,
it like switched something in my brain where I just went woo, and I was like this, going all the way. Like I was clearing all the woods. just being like a little like Zamboni in the woods or whatever. Is that what it's called?
No idea.
I swear that's what it's called at the ice rink, where it comes around and like makes the ice.
Oh, okay.
again.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I swear it's called something like that. Maybe.
Yeah.
So I, for the rest of the day, did not stop on my hands and knees cutting bits of like old twigs and like, look, there's so many textures, there's so many art, it's amazing. And I'm telling you now, we all have this set for next week. By next week, I want everyone, including us,
Yeah. It's a challenge.
to go out and just make something. It doesn't have to be anything special. It doesn't have to have had a plan.
Dun, dun, dun.
There's a few rules. So the first one, no phone. Put that phone away. You are not allowed it. No technology allowed here. It's only for a little. You set it for do this for an hour.
Yeah,
do it for the
you've got to
entire.
take photos, prove that you've done it.
After you've done it, then you're allowed to take the photo. However,
Sorry. What if I want to make a like video of me doing it?
you're more than welcome to make a video of you doing it. I'll allow the video in the creation, but no communication on a phone, no internet, no calls, nothing like that. It's you and your phone, your video camera. The other one is, do not pull stuff off of trees that aren't going to grow back. Do you know what I mean? There's certain things during this time of year where you don't have to wait for stuff to fall off. You can see it's changing colour. It's going that way anyway. Don't be like cutting down like your neighbour's beautiful orchids.
Try and use things that have already fallen.
Yes, definitely. However, goes on to my next. It's not necessarily a rule, but garden gloves to avoid anything that's sharp. It's potentially poisonous. It's going to hurt you. You know, if you're going in wooded areas, there might be all sorts of needles or whatever. But also some sharp, either secateurs or a little like Swiss Army knife. Be careful being in public with this. I didn't tell you to do this. This is all for when you're in Minecraft. It's really not. But it means that if you do see a nice little like, take one branch of that stuff, you could just quickly clip it and run away. Again, I didn't say that, so don't worry about that. But that's something else you can do. But I wanted to show you some of the things that you could do to make it. I'm still waiting for the files to be received, but I can move on to the next bit because I found an artist that goes one step further. She goes 20 steps further. She makes these amazing artwork I'm going to put it over here. I can't see anything. Sorry, excuse me. You can probably tell I can't see anything.
I'm worried that the chat, if people are saying anything in the chat, I can't see.
That won't help.
Hang on. Just check in.
The autumn is my fave. Same reason stuff. I love this. When you're a kid, you just explore everywhere. Kids today don't even do that. It's just hard to get George to ride his bike, BMX. Oh, do you know what? I wanted a BMX my whole childhood, and then I finally got one as an adult, and I really should have got it as a kid because it was not useful. I was on like the main road, like kicking myself in the chin.
Sorry, I just catch
Shout out. What's his name?
We don't stop playing because we grow old. We grow old because we stop playing.
100%.
Yes, that is the one. And yes, that's great to see that Jade is up for doing this challenge, and I'm sure Kat will be too, as long as she can get rid of all these illnesses and the children are behaving.
Yeah, ain't it? 100%.
George, do what your mum tells you.
From us. The TV's talking to you, George. Okay, so you can go and like make some simple things, but this woman is insane with what she does.
Wow, so can we set in the bar high then? This is what Steph's expecting you to make.
It's not at all. This is an artist called Hannah Bullen Reiner, I believe is her name, and she is a land artist. And I found out about this. Honestly, this challenge that I'm setting, there has to be no skill. What I want you to be doing is going purely off expression. How does these materials make you feel when you look at them? You know, one leaf might be covered in bird poo. You don't want that leaf. It doesn't speak to you. I understand that. Certain things will speak to you. I want you to use them things. And it doesn't have to be a planned structure or necessarily make any sense. It could just be a pattern. It could just be literally express yourself. Get your hands dirty. Like feel all the... Because certain things can be like tools as well. If you get like tiny little needles or tiny bits of twigs, you can literally place leaves into the floor or into things. They become like tags,
flags.
little thumbtacks. You can hang stuff from trees. There's so much you can do.
The thing that I like about this as well, if you were walking along and you just came across something like this, you'd be like, oh, how good is that?
And that's the thing. You can leave it for other people to find. I think that's so beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
This woman is insane. Like, I'm trying to show the... Like, how do you...
Yeah, wow.
I'd love to know a process of, like, do you find the stuff first? Do you have an idea of what you're looking for, and therefore you look for those colours?
I wonder if she came across that bright orange something and thought, oh, I could do a fox. You know, like, and it's kind of a bit of both where... Yes. Or if she thinks, today I want to do a parrot, I'm going to find some bright colours. I'm
putting that into there.
I'm already really excited about this because actually, again, I can bring this into the classroom as a classroom chat.
100%. If you're watching, I know you're watching, you're annotating my stuff. But more importantly, do this first, and then if you have time to annotate the thing. But that won't take you long anyway, just make sure you get that done. But another thing I was thinking about, wind. This all looks like it's placed outside as well. What do you do with wind?
It looks almost like it's on sand, so I wonder if you could kind of, you know, make it lower. You know, like you'd be using your finger so that it's pressed in almost. That is lovely. Oh, look at that. It looks real.
They do look real. You know, and even from like, this looks cool to me. I feel like, I say this looks like entry level. I bet it's not.
Wow.
I didn't mean to go about that.
I know that we've got quite a lot of creative people watching this, so I'm thinking that this could really inspire a few people, and I want to be seeing some interesting photos. They don't have to be like you say artistically great, but it'd be lovely to see some like expressions.
This is purpose. This is just because I found an amazing artist. And shout out to Hannah Bullen. If you want to be Hannah Bullen Reiner, if you want to be on the podcast, we'd love to talk to you.
We certainly would.
I know you'll see this. How beautiful are these? They look real.
I've got to laugh. Look what Jade's put. I love a bit of dried bird poo, actually. That's what I was expecting to see then, Jade. Literally a leaf, bit of dried poo on it. Sorted.
Don't get me wrong. If that leaf with the bird poo, like, if that speaks to you, then you use that. You express with that 100%. I love that. The fact you can see the beauty in that is just, that proves to me.
I feel like there's so many options. Jade, I want to see like her tiny little tent made out of leaves. With Jade like poking her little head out of it, laughing at
love that. The beach is a great one. I've seen plenty of people. I will try and Google it in a second and find a load more. But there's like people that do it on the sand with like different sized rocks as they like go around in swirls. It looks beautiful.
Can I just point out as well, both Jade and Kat, you're the two that I think have got the same laughs. You've got the like, and it's really cool. Like one day I'm gonna get you guys to meet.
100%.
Yeah, because like it's just so funny. Every time Kat laughs, it makes me think of Jade's loud laugh as well.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah,
I didn't quite
brilliant
because it's similar to someone else's, and I can't think who.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful. I love laughter.
It's a fun and happy laugh. I'm gonna go Charmouth Beach soon to do fossil hunting. Oh my god, DJ Smokey, I literally want to find somewhere I can mine like precious gems. Do you know what gems you can get from the UK and where to get them from? I want to go and find some rocks and then like saw them open. Have you seen this jade gambling?
Do you know what? No, but do you know what? You were telling me about it and it sounds so crazy. But I was collecting sea glass when I was on the beach in Tenerife. And it's just like glass that's been bashed around by the sea that long that it's gone all like smooth and pebble effect, and it's gorgeous. Kat's already got an idea for her land art. Is that what it's called? Land art?
Yes. Idea. Oh, we're not sharing it.
Yeah.
Just a little tease.
Yeah,
That's
no,
my idea. I'm gonna do.
What is this? Oh,
I'm gonna find my stuff now.
this is the jade.
Yeah, I was trying to find the jade thing. That's for DJ Smokey to tell me where all this stuff could be.
Yeah.
So this is literally from the
Sounds
trip
cool.
that I was on.
Oh, nice.
I don't know how easy that is to say, but do you see what I mean? There's no plan. It's just people placing stuff and putting it, using these different colours and textures.
Oh, that looks nice.
This is literally the same leaf. The other side of the leaf is a completely contrasting colour, which is just like, it makes the other side pop. And this is all just moulded mud. And they've used these, again, bits of twigs that they've used to, like I
so
said,
cute.
you can place in. And there's like it looks incredible, right?
Yeah. Really cool.
You know, when you're making your little bit of twig thing and then you come around, someone's making that, you're like, I thought we weren't trying to like one up each other here.
Yeah, that is really cool. The other though, yeah, that is the detail.
What were you saying?
That one, yeah, it reminds me of like a little fairy village.
Yes.
You
So
know, like,
quite a lot of them did. If they didn't like these, like little ceremony areas that like pixies would use in the
to
woods.
be fair, if you might come across like a freak out a bit, like, oh my god, what rituals are we going on here? No.
It looks awesome, and so the way different people had attached it, like someone left their bracelet in there as an offering. It was very sweet.
Yeah, fantastic thing for us all to be doing at this time of year, because we're kind of honouring autumn is in full swing, and next it'll be winter, and that season is all about kind of, you know, taking that bit of a rest and stuff. So yeah, I think this is a really cool activity for us to.
These pictures are literally just to show like the beauty, the detail and stuff that we literally walk past every day. If you're in the UK, if you're outside the UK, you've probably got even more beautiful landscapes around you. But even in the UK, guys, this is right on your doorstep.
Oh, that looks gorgeous.
That was mine.
Oh, it looks like a bird's plumage.
I love that. I was doing fire, but I like it, and that kind of makes me think of like Phoenix, the mix
Yeah,
of the two.
yeah.
But all this ground here, this flat ground. Yeah, you know how that got. You know how that happened, don't you?
Clearing that.
I had so much fun. I wish someone was filming me, because look at this space. I cleared all of this, just going up and down.
An hour before that, you were like, well, this isn't going to get me a degree.
Actually, we all were. By the end of it, this had become a feminist witches coven that we brought. It lures in toxic masculinity, puts it through this experience, through the fire, and you resurrect as a feminist.
Oh, very
It was
nice.
a beautiful take. Our teacher came back because he'd left us and we were like miserable. Like we were adults thinking, because we were all like the older ones at university at that time. Some of them were like in their 40s. Do you know what I mean? Really feeling like, what am I doing today? Like it might be fun, but what am I learning? And by the end, it came back and we're all like, this is part of our lair. If you have to enter through this bit. We would go nuts. And I always said, for the rest of my life, I will advocate for this. Look at this witch's coven of it. Like you thought the Halloween episode was witchy, but
Wow, that was really cool.
these are my. I think that might have been the pushing log, the culprit. And I was just, honestly, guys, I'm not lying. No, everyone here was older than me. I was actually the youngest in this group, I believe. And I'd had the time of my life.
It's even just peaceful, just like watching that, isn't it? You know, just the outdoors and all the different leaves. Maybe it is a sign that I have grown up a little bit, because I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. I think when I was younger, I appreciated nature. Then when I was in my teens, I thought everything was boring and whoa, you know, what's the point? Then in my 20s, I was just so caught up partying and
Too cool for that. I need to have alcohol to have a
I
good
didn't
time.
even
What is all
realise
this?
the 20s was growing up. Then I hit the 30s, and it's just been like
Now I want to make.
enlightenment.
Now I want to make pretty feather birds.
Yes, pretty birds out of leaves and flowers in the woods. Which again, that was basically how the equinox learning conversation came up, because they'd put me as a child I just want to walk around the woods and stare at bugs. Then it was like me in my 20s. I want a fulfilling career in a big house. And then it was like me in my 40s or whatever. I just want to walk around the woods. You've returned to that,
100%.
you've
I'm back to
returned
the
that.
book. So yeah, this video shows. So they go and like gamble these rocks. You pay a certain amount, you get a rock. Then they buy them. They use this light, and it allows them to tell if it's real jade or not. And sometimes it looks like a beautiful rock, and they're like, "Nah, it's crap," and just throw it in the bin. And you're like, "What?" But I've started to learn this glow. That's jade.
Yeah, nice.
That's not going in the bin. Yeah, see? Grade A jade.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's a gambling, because sometimes it can be up to like millions that you can sell these pieces for. But sometimes it's like, it's a dud.
Yeah.
And I'm learning like different types of jade. Annotate that, guys. I'm learning different types of jade.
There's chat about the rocks and things going on.
Okay, let's get on. Whitby is good for some glass and other rocks.
For sea glass, yeah.
Sea glass?
Yeah, that's what I found in Tenerife, but it's glass that's then battered around by the sea, and it makes it all smooth, and it's almost like, like it makes nice, pretty jewelry. And I've got yellow, orange, and green so far. I want the full rainbow.
Oh my. Hey.
Rock obsession. Fossils, I love. Crystals, I love. Then I found sea glass.
Make all the pretty birds with all this glass. Oh, I love that.
Yeah, isn't it?
Okay. What else we got?
Oh, okay. DJ Smokey saying, is there a particular gemstone that you want? Mainly Yorkshire and Scotland is the best place. And then Kat saying black jetstones are from Whitby as well. Wow.
Ooh.
This is like a whole new...
So jet is fortified wood? Is that what it is? Fossilized wood.
Is it? Oh, no.
I believe. Fossilized oak, I believe. It's just
wow.
Which is really cool. And what I'm after, DJ Smokey, is jade. I am obsessed with jade now. But also anything that's pretty. I like quartz, rose quartz. I know that's really like generic here as well. Somewhere. And amethyst. Quite like an amethyst. It's a pretty rock. I like the pretty ones.
Yeah.
There were some awesome rocks that I can't remember any of the names now. Maybe that could be a whole new episode. I feel like
well, it kind of leads nicely into as well the different resolution, because
100%.
the whole point of this book is that at the start there's 12 prompts. Now the prompts are so open-ended. They are things like try something new, learn something new, go somewhere new. So you can basically choose what you want to do. And, if that's learn more about crystals, that might be one of your monthly challenges, that this month I'm going to look into crystals more, or I'm going to go to a beach and I'm going to search for rocks, So it's like whatever kind of takes your fancy, you can apply it, and then you're still completing a resolution, because the resolution is to do one of these challenges each month.
Definitely. If you start this resolution, you're like, I'm not really into this. It doesn't matter. By the end of the month, you don't have to do it again. But maybe it stays on. But it just means that by the end of the year, rather than being like, oh, I didn't stick to that thing that I set like 4 months ago, 5, 6, 12 months ago, I've actually tried 7 different things, and 4 of them have stuck, and some of the things, it's just brilliant. And I'm telling you, with this different resolution, there is no way of failing the resolutions that you set.
And the only downfall, the only way that you might fail is if you forgot about it. Now, that's why we're going to be doing it alongside of you.
Exactly.
So
That's what I mean.
Yeah, we'll be here. We're going to be doing it, and we're even going to be launching a Leicestershire meetup as well. So stay tuned for more details about that, because we're really excited about what next year could have in store for us all.
We've got loads of stuff coming, and also Vlogmas all through December.
Yes.
Get ready, we've got all sorts of stuff, decorating trees, doing strange things.
We're both really on the ball with our social media, so December's going to be a treat. We'll probably be burnt out in January, and we'll be like, we've got the resolution.
I was going to say, the reason I've been so bad with mine recently is because I'm getting ready for an intense month of having to film and record.
Oh, no,
edit and post every day.
I'm in cycles. Some weeks I'm really hot on it and really consistent, and then some weeks I'm not, and that apparently affects your algorithm. But there's not a lot I can do about that, I'm afraid. I'm certainly not going to stress about it. But and here we get to do our first prize draw. So if you are following A Different Human Design UK on Instagram, we did a giveaway with a difference this week, where when we get to 50 likes, we're going to do a prize draw, which we're doing now. And every time we hit a multiple of 50, we will do another prize draw until the new year, because every 50 likes, the prize draw is for a copy of A Different Resolution, which we just showed you on screen. That's the post. Waggle your... Yeah, there we go. That post right there.
That one.
Yeah.
They're all pretty good posts, so feel free to check them all out.
We're on
56.
Nice. So we're already on our way to the next prize draw. Get it to 100 and we can give away 2 of these books. So would you please do me the honour? These are the names that are in the comments as requested. To be in the prize draw, your name must be in the comments. So it might be your username that's read out.
Make sure the comment's there, because if you like and you don't comment, then you don't get included. What is that? So let's go. Am I holding 1, 2?
Go.
Okay.
Let's see who is in lucky receipt.
It says Mama in the middle.
Well, indeed, Mama in the middle. I will be in touch with you, and breaking everything. And you will be getting a copy of A Different Resolution. How exciting. So I'll be in touch with you after the show.
Not making it up.
And
this ain't no fix.
yes, so exciting times. Get that post to 100 likes, and you never know, next week we could be doing another draw for that.
Keep going.
Very exciting. There was something else that just popped into my head that I needed to say, and I can't remember what it is. Oh, that was it. It was you can find Amethyst at am I saying that right? Charmouth
Beach.
Oh my goodness. Amethyst remind me of my grandma for some reason, so maybe you'll find us at Charmouth Beach. How far away is that? That's it.
I can do that. Is that what you're trying to do, to get the distance from? We are from this exact.
We Amethyst.
I'm trying to find it. I'm not too sure. Some minerals found on Charmouth beaches. I think it says Charmouth. Is that what it's saying? I think that's what it's saying. There's a load of fossils by the looks of it there.
That's really cool. Let us know how you get on. We want to know. Take some photos of your finds and share them with us.
Yeah. Also, like, if you're going to the beach, invite a girl.
If you go to the beach, definitely do the land.
Definitely.
If you get a chance, like, make a little pattern in the sand out of the.
Yeah, it does not have to just be the woods. It can be in your garden. It could be if you can't leave. Say I don't know. Heaven forbid you're ill and you can't leave your house. Find stuff around the house.
Yeah.
Get creative
make yourself a little piece of art of all the stuff you can't be bothered to pick up. What a beautiful way to, like, collect bits.
And people come around and be like, you should really tidy up, and be like, this is my artwork, Janet. How dare you?
You're always bringing me down.
I know. This is a neuro-affirming household. Get out. All right. I think we've been silly enough. Well done, Mama in the Middle, for winning the competition.
Her name's Lauren.
Shout out Lauren. Well done for winning. Get them more likes out so there can be more winners, and like and subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes, please subscribe to our channel. Please get your friends to subscribe to our channel, because we want to get more views and reach more people and have more people have fun with us.
Definitely. So if you've got your go and do your nature play.
Oh yeah, and it looks like I've been writing about eyes.
Doing a picture about eyes. Nothing beat eyes in this one. So, poem about eyes. I want your nature, art, play, expressive nature. We'll do the same, and we'll be back next week for a fun episode. We'll show you what we've done.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Next week is a fun episode as well, just to tease that a little bit. So this is Lindsay.
And this is Steph.
We are A Different Human Design.
And this is a different podcast.
Take care, guys.
Good night.
Oh.
Why? is it like this? Instead of hate, it should be love, we inviting. You don't agree, then you're the problem that we're fighting. Open up your mind, stand up, become righteous. Why? Why is it like this? Instead of hate, it should be love, we inviting. You don't agree, then